Hey, this is Vu, and today I'm going to be talking about playing the bomb and after plant positioning. Now, I'm sure everybody here has heard someone say, "Why did you peek that? Why didn't you play the bomb?" And that generally comes from someone saying, why didn't you simply hold an angle and wait for them to run into your crosshair instead of aggressively taking a risk and making a peek? Now, that isn't always true. It depends on two things here, because as a terrorist, what you want to be doing is either delaying for the bomb to explode or catching the counter-terrorists while they're vulnerable because they have to retake the bomb site. And hopefully you want to be getting both together based on where you're playing, but those are generally the two things that you want to be doing. And those depend on, first, how far the bomb has been ticked down, and second, how many members are left on your and the enemy team. So generally in a 4-on-4 or something like that, you can play much more crossfires where you're simply waiting for them to peek in and you guarantee at least one kill or at least a trade frag by playing spots where you are waiting for the counter-terrorist to go into your crosshair. And the reason for that is because you'll have enough players to hold every angle a lot of the time. So you really can start to play some crossfires. However, as you get lower and lower down in the numbers, you kind of need to make some peeks, because even if you are in like a 2-on-2, you generally can't really hold every angle. So you're going to end up playing, maybe one guy big box here and one guy back plat. You hold one angle and then you peek out together to clear other angles and play together like that. But you really do need to start to make those peeks. Now, as the time ticks lower on the bomb, though, what you're going to do, instead of trying to take peeks to get frags, you can start to take peeks to delay the enemy team. Now, there is a really big balance here, because in a lot of scenarios, simply by them not knowing where you are, they're going to have to waste a lot of time retaking certain spots and checking spots. So you don't want to be peeking out all over the place, like if your tunnels, making noise from tunnels too early, because then they know your tunnels, the guy window can come right in, they don't have to clear anything else like back plat or big box. So you do want to find that balance between peeking to delay them and giving away too much information. But a lot of the time you're going to end up getting a kill by getting that first peek where you have a major advantage where they're not ready for you and you can get a really advantageous angle. And then you want to start to try and play the bomb and toy with the enemy by quick peeking and forcing them to waste as much time as physically possible while you hold your spot. So a great example of this would actually be quad on cache. Now, at this spot, you can usually get a first frag nearly for free if you have your timing correct, because the counter-terrorists are going to have to run through the site and peek an angle like this and clear it, and if you play it correctly, you oftentimes can catch that guy off guard, or you can catch someone off guard as they're clearing A main or something like that and get that first frag. And that's what you want to be trying to do there, and that's catching them as they're vulnerable because they have to retake and clear so many angles. However, after that, you really do want to be trying to just delay them for as long as possible, because now they know where you are. And I've seen so many people just get a frag or get spotted out and not get a frag, and they think that the obvious next step is to hide and hope that the enemy team forgets where they are. But obviously, that's never going to happen. So what you need to be doing after you get spotted and after you know where they are is starting to play a little bit more aggressive. And again, it depends on how long the bomb has been ticked down, because if it's ticked down quite a bit, you want to get aggressive just to delay them. But if it's not ticked down at all, then you want to start getting aggressive to grab that kill, because you're never going to delay them enough. But anyways, the main point that I'm trying to get across here is that just not peeking isn't always the best play. A lot of the time, the best play does involve peeking, at least to gain information and delay them, or to grab a frag if possible. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope this helped.